G'day YouTubers and welcome to Nuclearies. This is a quick and dirty startup guide. I'm not going to explain too much, let's just keep going from here. I'm just going to turn everything on nice and quick and do everything I need to do along the way. Turn that pressurizer on, come over here, turn this on, turn that one on, into nominal, turn this one on, and that one. And that one, and that one, and that one, and the condenser. There we go. Cool. Let's start operations in the next hour, probably 10 o'clock, 10 a.m. There we go. Good. Excellente. Alright, valves, don't really need it. This one here, it's in nominal. Let's boop that in, and then I can shut that on down, go away. That's increasing, always takes its time. That one's getting there too. Increasing the pressure, that's good. We're still waiting on everything to go, so that's pretty good. I'm going to check my visual settings just very quickly. Shadow quality deactivated. There we go. Let's just turn the shadow quality off. There we go. That's actually that's a lot better, to be honest. Alright, so we're still raising everything up. That's at 100%. Took a little longer than I expected. That one's still rising. That one's still rising very slowly. Come on, thing, hurry up. Still not outputting power, so let's go ahead and turn our resistor bank switches. Turn that one bank available on to stop outputting to the power grid to make sure we don't go over about 5,500 kilowatts. Otherwise, you'll blow the banks by over temperaturizing it. So don't do that. There we go. Vacuum's pulled. Awesome source. Let's get the reply. 10 a.m. That's good. Still increasing the pressure, that's alright. I'm actually going to, I'm going to do it now, screw it. 94, let's get this thing heated up pronto. Let's wait a little bit more. I'll wait for it to overcapacitize just a little bit. 27, there we go, that should be good. Everything takes time to power down, don't forget. So now we're raising the temperature. Let's get this up to medium on 49 and turn pump 3 on, our only available one. So that's good. There's 55 degrees on the reactor core saying it's becoming more reactive, blah, 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 blah. And that's also the AO saying that we are now circulating water around the core. Are you sure you want to do that? Yep, there it goes. Yep, thank you.
And its status has changed to reactive.
20%, so I'm going to set that value there. Bump that up to 30. Without turning the pump on, I'm going to turn that on. That pump is still on. Let's turn that one off. That's good. Let's pull the vacuum nice and quick. 180. Let's flick that one off. And let's turn it on medium because I'm usually quite impatient. So let's just leave that right there. It is dropping that temperature real quick. Wow. That was not expected. Let's crank that down to low and let's just keep that going. Because the temperature is going up. Yep, let's boop that on right there. Our temperature should now be increasing in the condenser to turn back from steam back into water to get recirculated back into the generator. And the generator heats up by using the coolant system that's flowing around the reactor core itself. There we go, 30, 16, 18, yep, powering up, that's good. That's getting quite dangerously low. Come on, go up, up. That's not good. Down, up. Am I on? Yes, I'm on. Still powering up. Okay. Oh, there we go. I think we just caught that before we actually started doing damage, I think. Still raising on that one. We'll turn that pressurizer off just so I don't overpressurize it. The temperature's coming up even more. 96. Let's just slow it down just a smidge. No power in cooling turbine. Well, no duh. It's because I'm bumping up the pressure back into the green. Temperature's now rising. Goody gumdrops. I'm just going to bump this up to 1 with the pump actually on. So it is circulating even so slightly, because obviously the higher the temperature on this is in the condenser, the less this generator has to work to turn it back into steam again to get reused back in the condenser. Blah, 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 blah. Yeah, you get my gist. 277, 278. Let's slam the brakes on it just a little bit more. How's the pressure? 179. How are we going on this? 320. We're still rising a bit too much, so let's drop that. And let's, since we've overpressurized the water inside the actual steam generator itself, it's now going to boil all that off and get turned into a lot of power. So hopefully, yep, perfect. Smack on 10 o'clock when they're expected to output to the grid itself. So let's turn off that resistor. Oh, sorry, turn off that resistor, because we don't want any of it to be going to the resistor bank. We want all of it at the moment to be going out to the grid, because they want 5797. And if we go in here in the turbine room, you can actually see everything like turning and stuff like that, which is really, really cool. Shout out to the devs on like the daily updates on this game. It's been absolutely fantastic as always. So temperature's raising, this one's lowering, and we are probably losing the fight quite a lot because I bumped that down a lot to build up that pressure. So let's see if we can now keep it around the 2800 kind of mark. So we should be winning on that at the moment. 330, let's lock that down a little bit more. Awesome sauce. Our pressure's going good. Everything's going well. We are now outputting 6800, so a little bit more than what the city wants. So as you can see, 103.8. So let's turn on one of those resistor banks so it burns off that extra energy that the grid doesn't want by just increasing this temperature a little bit. Remember that you've only got about, oh, there you go, absorption capacity, 5,000 watts. Any more than that, you're going to blow it up, and it's not going to be you're not going to have fun times, especially in normal mode. We're currently in easy. Normal mode where you'll get penalized and all that sorts of stuff. Evil number. Temperature still rising. That's good. We are winning the fight on this one ever so slightly, which I'm actually kind of happy with. I don't want to win it by that much. That should be good. That should be good. 49%. Obviously, it's one of the audit objectives in normal mode, and it's this one here. Keep cooling pumps below 50%. Blah, blah, blah. 357. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go 100 and set that. Look at this. It's going to drop all the way down. Kind of like neutralize it a little bit. And then I'm going to go 99.2. So let's see what that'll give me. Little bit too much. Coming down a little bit. No, that should be all right. Yeah, I'm happy with that. 10.1. Because obviously the higher the temperature is, the less effective the reactivity is. So pressure's going good. Everything's going good so far. This should be decreasing. Excellent. Let's just kind of fight that a little bit by increasing the coolant flow into the generator. Good, 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 good. So obviously the hotter this is, the less this has to work. So we want this up nice and high before we even start turning the pump up any higher. Any higher. Don't even touch it till it gets to at least like 70. Just remember, if you start hitting 100 degrees, you're going to start losing all that steam, and you're going to start losing volume, which you will not be able to fix. That's GG, game over, pretty much. So just keep that in mind for future reference. If you really want to be cheeky, you can like over capacitize the condenser so it spreads the heat out amongst a larger volume of water. Just keep that in mind as well. So let's see what we're going on this. We are still winning. That's good. We have dropped a little bit in power, or probably increased from that evil number actually, now that I remember it. So that's good. This one here, we are outputting 100% of the required power out to the grid. And we are only producing about yay much of the capacity of this nuclear plant. So obviously you can like bump this number up and like bump this up and keep going and have heaps of fun just kind of figuring it out yourself. But see, we are now losing the fight on this one, but ever so slightly. So let's turn that up, and I'm gonna turn this, and I'm just gonna leave that one for now. So you know exactly what you'd have to do. You just have to increase the pump itself to increase this value here, but by doing that you're decreasing the actual power output because there's more water in there than the steam can actually be. So you're taking up too much room in there full of water than what the steam should be to actually make it more pressurized to make more power. And obviously to increase this bar here, you just increase this as well, so it's just transferring more heat. So we're at a perfect 360 at the 170, probably perfect to where I'd actually want to be, to be honest. Reactivity 10.09, temperatures really good, efficiency factor 9.92, our integrity is practically at 100%. I am absolutely extremely happy with this. We are outputting exactly what we want to do, so we don't need to use our generator anymore. We can turn that off, and we can turn that back to automatic. So if anything goes wrong, our batteries will kick on, allowing the generator to power up to allow you to have all the power needed to actually control all these controls when the generator is up and running. So that's how it all works, kind of like that. So yeah, 6900, nice. And I think I might actually leave that all like that, as that's pretty generally stable as is. 33, I might click that up by like 1, I think. That's all good. I think we're actually good to walk around the nuclear plant now. So first things first, we want to turn on our AO, which just turns this little dude on. And you can just turn him off the same sort of way. Like shut him down, pick him up, and then like hold shift and then like right click and it drops him on there. You can come in here, flick the switch, and then that's when he'll like start charging and things like that. So we don't need him charging. He's at full % battery. So let's quickly turn him back on. And I want him to do a preventative maintenance analysis. So he's going to have a look at everything in the nuclear facility itself to make sure everything's running as it should, aka the integrity, its repair values, etc, etc. Just want to check this one once more. We are losing the fight just a little bit before I walk away from this. So let's go ahead and walk around the plant. So if you're wondering why I'm doing like a bit of a crab walk, is because it's Unity engine at its best. You kind of controls the forward and directional keys together when you're holding shift for sprint in a much faster way. So this is normal walking, this is shift walking, and then obviously the sideways walking kicks in after a little bit when you hold down. The elevator's been absolutely fantastic, so let's use this one so far. Boop, bing. I love that thing, it's so satisfying. So satisfying. So doing all this is going to allow that extra tip to automate that pressurizer. So just down here, it's just the stairs, just another way to get up in case you lose power. Here's our emergency generator, and you want to do is you want to left click that one. It will go into your backpack. You press the I button to open it, left click again, and you can actually put it out to your hand. So I'll just right click to drop it or throw it. I'm gonna shift left click and it will go into my hand. Let's refuel this by shift left clicking again, and it will just kind of top it up in there. So let's put this on back, and let's put that back. These things will become less and less red, as you kind of see there, as they're more and more empty kind of thing. And then these ones here are the oil for like lubrication and stuff. This is for a future episode, so make sure you like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. And in the future, you'll want to get an extra battery for your little helper AO dude, and you'll know why very shortly. So these are some extra battery backup storages that you would for your actual facility itself, which is what we were using and what I explained on that panel downstairs, which is that just there. It's nice and full. So let's go ahead. I'm going to go quickly back down to here on first floor, which is the RCR. Obviously, we were just here. I'm just going to quickly flick on over here. We are 61, so let's just bump this up to 10, and that should give us a little bit more time. So 94.9, yeah. So obviously when this is cooler, this gauge will also raise as well. So just keep that in mind for future reference. So I'm not even going to touch that. That should be fine as it is. So now we've got to go downstairs where the rest of absolutely everything is. We've got the decontamination room we'll go to first. Door just here to the left. You just walk up to it and walk in. You like pushes a button and you're good to grow. We'll get there in a second. By walking through all of these, you actually hit objectives. And you'll actually get some points to allow you to unlock something very, very shortly. I'll show you, hang on. So we'll walk all the way back out here. I'll start out the back first. So there's one achievement just by walking into that room there. You don't really get one by walking in here. So there's our transformer. Can only hold a certain amount, 8,500 kilowatts, I think, output to the grid. This one here, we've got our the capacitor doober lackey thingamabobs. What is it called? Yeah, you know what it is. It's the, I'll show you upstairs, where it heats up the battery to output to the grid or stop outputting to the grid. I can't think of the word of it. Oh my god, Sharpie. So yeah, we've got our steam generators, as you saw there. Lots of different bypass valves. I'll walk up here and I'll show you one. You got like a bypass that like turns everything. And yeah, it's really quite intricate. So there's the turbine room and like the transformer kind of capacitor room-ish itself. Back to the decon room and then out towards the actual reactor core. So this is the last one you need to get to actually get that little objective. Ding! So let's just walk over there. You've seen all the core itself. There it is down there, and it's nice. Little green. Dangerous green. I like green. Green is nice. So I'm going to walk all the way over here very quickly, and I can show you where the rods and stuff like that that are in the core at the moment, any spare ones are stored. So there's the actual new ones you can then use. And then these would be the storage pools, I guess. These are just the caps to cover it. I hope they're pools because that's where the actual cores would be when they're spent and used. So let's quickly go on down here and I'll show you outside like the cooling towers and the train. Yeah, there's a train. And we'll go through this door this time. Awesome. So let's boop that button just there. Here we go. So I'll go out to the train very quickly, do the little crab walk once again. And push that button to open it up. So this is how you would like finish the game, kind of leave kind of thing by like turning it on, starting it up and you'd go. It'd give you like an option. It's like, are you sure you want to do this? And I'm like, yeah, no, I don't want to leave just yet. But that's what it does. Cool. We should be able to go over to here. Here's one of the actual like cooling pools itself. I'm going to go now over to the actual recognizable concrete structures that everyone kind of is familiar with nuke plants. And that's these things here. These are the actual condenser towers. These things are huge and these things cool down the steam from the generators back down into a manageable water temperature to be reused back and turned into steam once more. So here they are, nice and easy, and yeah, we'll get back up to the RCR and check everything out, and I'll let you in on a little secret. So there's that little back door that you see near that generator room, and let's head up to the RCR very quickly, and I'll meet you there.
Operator, maintenance report.
Oh, isn't that perfect? As I'm coming up the elevator. Oh, that is awesome. Open the doors. Thank you very much. So what that did is that AO, the one we set off just before we walked out, he's finally come back with an actual integrity wear and repair values of absolutely everything in the plant itself. Pumps, condensers, contaminated areas, even your hazard suits. Absolutely everything is here, and if you've done well, like I think I have in this episode, I hope you enjoyed it. There's a little tip, here it comes. Operating assistant, request assistance in the operation of the reactor. So let's click this one and let's buy it since we have enough. So there we go. AO has now been updated. So what you want to do is you want to activate that. If you want to give that a quick read and pause it, you can do that. Just activate it. He will come up from wherever he is now, from actually performing.
To adjust and check that the pressure and temperature are within operating parameters.
His actual maintenance report from after him performing his maintenance task. He will come back up and actually perform that task we just activated and bought just then by allowing us to walk around the plant to give us enough points in the top left hand corner. You see that little bad, just the royalty points. It's kind of like the money in the game kind of thing. So here he comes upstairs. You can kind of see where he is by going in here. The percentage of his battery. He's at the pressurizer already, so he's already walked in. Oh, here we go. There he is. Hey, buddy, how you going? So what will happen is that once this value reaches 155 or so like that, he will himself control this whole panel. He will make sure that your vessel is always pressurized, and it is absolutely fantastic. So much better than having to like come over here and check it and go over there and come over here and go over there. It's just a pain in the butt. We are now producing a little bit more than 6,900 than what we was before when we were walked out. Temperature is still climbing a little bit. I reckon I float this around the 90 to 95 degrees Celsius value, just for a little tip in the future. We are currently winning the fight on this one, or at least very, very stable. So I'm pretty sure you'd be able to know where you can go from here. Hope you had fun, and I hope you know how to play this game, as there are not many tutorials on YouTube currently. So make sure you hit that like, comment down below what your thoughts are, and obviously subscribe and hit that bell icon to see more of this sort of game and video or tutorials. So yeah, stay sharp till next time as always. See ya!